Hopefully the sound should be coming, you guys. It's coming, it's coming. Don't worry. We're just a little bit delayed. You can, I promise. It's coming. You guys should be able to hear me in like a couple seconds, maybe. But I'm going to say it again. Hi, Peggy and Wendy and Janet and Kimmy and Glenna and Candy. You guys should all be hearing me in a second. Yes, I think maybe 10 people need to tell me that there's no sound before I realize that there's no sound. You guys, I get it. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. Janet can hear me, Peggy can hear me. Perfect. So you guys should be following in and being able to hear me. Glenna, she's like, there you are. Hi guys, happy Friday. I have to redo my intro since it looks like it was a little lagged for a minute, but it's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay. It's Friday, right? But it's beautiful out. It's 75 degrees. We'll have thunderstorms probably tomorrow and Sunday, so we're going to take advantage of the warm weather. It's not going to be a super duper long live. Everything's pretty dang easy to follow through, so I'm very excited. But we have this really, really cool offering in front of you. This is something brand spanking new, so you're going to want to pay attention to what we have here. Wonderful. Everybody can hear me. Hi, Taya and Debbie. Wonderful. I hope you guys all got my hellos, but I'm going to zoom up here as this just slowly gets bigger on the screen. I think that's pretty good. That probably shows all of it. And then I'm going to get something popped up here as a cart number. So, we're doing something new. It's called Corian's Warehouse Picks. Now, I think this is something, did you and Jean, or was it just Jean who came up with it? I think it was maybe a combination of both. But they said that it would probably be a good idea to do another type of subscription that offers a wider variety and a bigger quantity of items. And this is valued anywhere between $300 and $400, and it's kind of like one of those scoops, but it's curated. So it's a $100 subscription that you'll do once a month, and then you'll be getting a Corian's Loot or Corian's Warehouse Picks. And I think this time I decided to go with the more celestial feel. And then you'll get some chain, a whole bunch of different plated metals, including our natural brass metals and solid brass. So there's a lot going on here. And then I'm going to come back down here and I'm going to put this up here. This will be our first item for today.
And let's not forget about our drawing.
I know. Do you
how
want
do we
to go
enter,
do
how
a
do we
little,
enter the drawing?
Do you want to do a little scoopy scoop while
How do we enter the drawing?
I'm going to finish probably this out and then I'll go into the whole drawing thing, but I want to make sure everybody that's coming into the live here can kind of get a good explanation of what we're doing here. Oh, it looks like Wendy came up with the idea. Cool. Well, that sounds good to me. So you're going to get a whole loot of things every month for $100, valued between $300 and $400. So it's like your normal mystery scoop or something like that, but it's a bit more curated. And then the first, I think we said 20 people. Yes, this is the first one. That's why we're doing a big old introduction to it before we even do this. So I'm sure you guys will hear me. You guys are just a bit behind me, but I'm sure you'll get the rest of that information here soon. So, not only are you going to get this in the first warehouse loot subscription thing, I'll zoom in here and get you a little closer peek. We have some natural brass tags, some rings that are size 8. This one already has a little pearl thing inlaid, some acrylic, copper, gold, sterling silver plated things, lots of chains. So there's 2 finished chains here, gold and silver, and then there's some really cool, like fancy styled sterling silver plated chain that we have. And then you have some other super, super cool little trinkets going up here. So this is a massive offering for you guys. So not only do you get this, so for the first 20 people that sign up, you're going to get this cute little wrapped up bag thing that we have here. It's a little kit. And you can gift this to somebody else, or you can use it for yourself. Either or, but it's a one-time gift thing that we're doing here. And I'm going to push this stuff kind of closer in the middle so you can kind of gauge how much this really is here. And then we need to make a little more room for our little first 20 pick. Yes, they are moon rings. I'll just put those up here for a second so you can see those.
So where's the bead at?
There should be some trays there with a bead mat under, like glued to the bottom. No, they're clear. They're clear bins. No.
Don't worry about all. Oh.
Okay. So I'm gonna dump out this little thing here. Now this is a gift for the first 20 people that sign up. I'm gonna kind of lay it out cutesy. And this is something that you can put together. I'm going to come down in now. So you're going to get this little cute pendant kit. The chain is anywhere between a foot and 2 feet usually. But this little pendant kit, you can make this pendant here. So for the first 20 people that sign up, not only do you get your massive warehouse loot, and then this little cute pendant kit. This is Swarovski up here, that little dragonfly. And then you have an artisan copper bead, plated copper jump ring, 2 tinier beads, this cute little leafy thing, and then this HP3 head pin. So you get those. And then you also get this little pamphlet. So this is a pocket guide to Swarovski beads and pendants. So I'm going to kind of open up this book here a little bit so you guys can take a peek. It gives all of the color names and numbers. And this is a pretty big pamphlet, so I'm going to kind of go out a bit more. So not only does it give all the colors and numbers and things like that, but it also has a little ruler on the side. I'm going to flip it around here. And it also has the shapes and the shape numbers as well. This isn't everything that they offer, but it's a really good guide to your crystals. So you get that, right? And then, hi Chris and Monica. Monica, stay tuned for a second because I have a little something special for you. And then you also get this little pamphlet. And I'm going to kind of cover this up because that's an outdated discount code. But it tells you your materials here that come with it. And then it gives you instructions on how to play or how to put the pendant together. And then we're going to, if we can't fix this link down here, then we're going to create another tutorial video. And then you're also going to get 20% off a one-time code coupon that you're able to use. We're going to have to make a new coupon number, but that will be stickered in here for you guys, so don't worry. So 20% off an order, a pendant kit that has all the instructions of how to do it, a Swarovski crystal pocket guide, and the warehouse loot for $100. Now, if you go...
Don't forget the Ginsu knives.
Oh.
And
Yeah, they're not getting anything else.
Ginsu.
Too much. This is so much. But if you go to the warehouse sale tab, it'll be the first product listing in that tab, so you guys can go take a peek at that, and then it'll get you signed up. Or I think you're able to type cart 100. I'm not positive on that. I have not tried that yet. But this is a massive offering. This is your gift here for the first 20 people that sign up. And then you have this massive loot. And then this loot will change every month, just depending on like what I'm feeling, what kind of what's the word, like theme that I'm gonna be going for. Hi Cookie, it's so good to see you. So this is a really, really great opportunity, and it comes monthly. So don't forget to sign up or go take a peek at the live shop and save it for later. But I think that's probably about it for that one. I'll give you guys another quick peek at this little pendant here that we had made, and then there's like a photo on the back of another card for a couple other different ways that you can do it. And then there's a green one, and then there's a tan one. So just depends on which one I grab for you. You'll either get the green or the tan color. But these are so cool. All right, so I'm going to take this off for now, because I think that's a bit enough for that. And then we started something new last week. Let's see if I can get like I need like a little scoop this off into. I'll just scoop it off to the side. There. So it's out of the way. We'll bring this on screen next. So, at the end of the live, we announced it, but we want to announce it at the beginning of the live today to give everybody an opportunity. So, I'm going to bring this out in front. Might even have to go up a little more. Good offering, Uncle Doug. Look at these. All right, I'm going to kind of push it in just a little more so I can make sure that it's all in screen here. So, last live, we decided to do a giveaway, and we're going to do a giveaway every week. Now, to enter, all you have to do is either heart the video and or share the video. So, we're basing it off of the little hearts that are on there, and then these shares. And at the end of the live video, I make Uncle Doug close his eyes, and then I do like a little scroll thing up and down, and then we say stop, and then whoever's name that we land on.
My index finger.
Yes. Yes, the index finger. But whoever gets landed on will get this free cute little loot that Uncle Doug just pulled from our bin. So this is a cute offering. I just want to show this heart specifically because holy cow. So cute. And then this is incredible. What the heck? Love it. So, like I said, one more time, all you have to do is love the video or share the video. That helps us push our audience.
Janet's really loving us. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. It only works just for the reactions, though. We're not doing it through the comments, only through the reactions. And don't overheart because it only counts one heart. And I don't want Facebook to be like, you're spamming, because then they might pause you for a moment. So, everybody, make sure you love the video by the end, and then we will pick our winner at the end. Such a good idea. I love it, love it, love it. All right, so now that we got that stuff out of the way, we're going to dive into, smells like fire.
Fire. Some of them might be spring, what?
Yeah, I was like, hopefully
burn.
nothing here is on fire because
a spring burn, the dead grass.
Yeah, I was like, it smells like fire. All right, we have some really cool demos to show for you today. Probably start off with my flower one, because that's one of my more favorites of today. I don't think I use this item in anything else, so this would be a good starter to start out with, and it's super easy. So I made this adorable flower necklace. It's perfect for layering too. So I'm going to bring on these, and then I'm going to put my flower pack up. The cart number for these flowers will be cart 101. To order, all you need to do is type what is in parentheses, so cart 101 in the comments. It'll prompt your messenger app to create a cart for you, and you can check out straight from your messenger app. We like to keep it really easy and really smooth for you guys. Oh yeah, Pam, she won the free loot last time, so I'm glad that she loved it. That's so cool. Yay, and Jean, she shared and loved, so that's a perfect start, you guys. Alright, now these flowers. Let's dive deep into these. If I can get my camera to go right. Alright, these are natural brass. They have 2 loops here at the top. And look at the detail in there from the center of the flower out. It is a thicker piece, which I love the thicker pieces. They just feel so much more expensive because they're a little bit more heavier. But this one was super simple, so that's I think why we're starting out with this one first. Yay! Debbie got her first. I think she's probably my first warehouse loot person, so I'm so happy to have you. I'm going to grab a couple of these rivets here. I just need 2 of them. I'm probably going to need my bead-all right there. I'm going to need my steel bench block and a hammer. Okie dokie. So we're going to dive in. Remember, cart 101, 8 pieces for $20. And we're going to start putting this together. So I have these 2 outer ones. So I take 1 piece here, and I'm going to use my bead-all to extend the little holes on either side. Enough to fit my rivet through. And I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt today, guys. I'm not wearing a hoodie because it's warm outside. But I think next week's supposed to be a bit more chilly. So this is our center one, and then I'm going to take one of the loop that's going to be connecting to that center flower is the other one that I'm going to stretch out a bit. Great. Perfect. Vintage is answering some questions. That's awesome. All right. And then I'm going to do the other flower and the loop that's going to be attaching to the other loop. And I usually like to do the rivets upside down because I want the nicer side to be pointing out. So I'm actually going to flip this. And did I have that one on top or on the bottom? That one's on the top. Alright, so I'm going to take my center and I'm going to put it through the rivet here. Come down a little bit closer. So I have a rivet in this loop, and I need to put the another rivet in. Well, I'll do that one later because I can only rivet one at a time. And then I'm going to take this loop here and put it on top of the other rivet. I might have to extend that one a little bit more. Oy. Man, whatever they're burning is definitely coming straight into the building. Okay, so now I have 2 pieces together. Do you wear a hat every day? I do, Peggy. Nearly every day. There's probably not a day that you won't see me wearing a hat at least once. I just love them. Makes me feel safe. Makes my head feel safe. All right, so I'm going to slide my bench block over here.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yep, some hammer time.
Bam, 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 bam.
I'm actually going to pop this up a little bit. No, Carrie, the monthly loot, the big loot, will not include a monthly tutorial. That may be something that we add a little bit later, just depending, but around this first shipment, there will not be. All right. So I'm going to hold these down, and I'm actually going to take the smaller side of my hammer to start my hammer. Since this is a thicker piece, this is one that you'll just have to be careful with. I'm going to keep hammering, but I'm going to keep pushing this flower in to the angle that I want to keep it at. You can see that it started to stick some, so I'm going to push it in just a little bit more because I don't want it too far apart from the other one. That's pretty good. So that's kind of stationary. It's not going to be moving. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, I think Kieran's leaving. That's what that noise was. I'm going to take my rivet up through the other side here. I might have to extend my hole. We'll see. Oh, that one's good. And I'm going to place my other one down on top once I extend that one. We might add some a little bit later, Carrie. If someone's bored and wants to come up with a tutorial. It's such a large loot though that the tutorial might even be a little bit hard because it is such a large loot. And we'll see how the ladies are feeling out there. And now that I have that rivet, I'm going to hammer it down slowly to start so it starts to mushroom out. Push this one out just a little bit. That looks pretty dang good to me. Bring this off to the side here and zoom in. Hi, Cindy. It's nice to see you pop in. And then you can sit here and you can bend it just a little bit if it has a little bit of a dap like this one, so it lays flat. And then I took CH35 chain and I attached it direct to the two holes on the outside that are left. Bring this up so you can see. Love that etched chain. And it is complete. Yeah, maybe Taya. Hopefully you can still hear me. You shouldn't have lost sound right now. I know there was a little bit of an issue at the beginning, but it looks like we're doing pretty good. So that's all you need to do for this item is use 2 rivets and hammer them together and then add some chain and then you're done. So cutesy. I love it. All right. Moving on. Hi, Carmen. It's good to see you. Next we'll do... What am I feeling? We'll do the earrings here next. This was another one of my favorites. Oh, your work? Me too. Good, I'm glad, Sherry. I like to try and make sure that there's something for everybody. That's my main goal. Alright, let me get these leaves up here next. Cart 102 for the leaves. Hi, Stephanie. The chain was CH35, Pam, on that flower necklace. CH35. Alright. This one also super easy, so I'm not going to quite demo this, but I'll give you a little of a sneak peek on it. Yes. Thank you, Peggy. Peggy put that in there too. Okay. I wish I was at your work. You're so cute. Okay. So these leaves, they are also natural brass. I really like them because they're smooth and they're dapped. So here's the back and then the front. And it's got some extra good texture in there. And then it looks like it's got some serrated side here, but it's smooth, so it's not sharp. Such a cool leaf. Hi, Katney. Thank you. I took an ER0003 ear wire and I connected it to my F20 wrap. I used a green flat back for this one because I thought it matched the leaf, and then used a JR20 to connect the leaf to the bottom. So I used the F20 as a connector here, and then just dropped my leaf from the bottom and my ear wire from the top. Thank you. So this one also super easy. The only bead pack that I'm offering today are the copper beads. So I don't have a huge quantity of these. I need to take a better peek at the quantities that I have for those before I do offer those. But super lovely. I'm sure you guys have some sort, whether it's a Rivoli or a different crystal or stone that you could wrap in an F20 there. But you get 20 pieces for $20. That's $1 a piece. It's a super, super good deal. So don't forget to pick up this leaf. It's so pretty. Perfect for spring. It's kind of the whole theme is kind of like a springy theme today. Yeah, I love it too, Jean. So this one I'm not going to demo too much. Just showing you the construction and then giving you the opportunity to sneak this leaf pack because it's such a great deal and it's such a pretty component. Push those out of the way. Let's see. I think we'll do maybe the crosses next here. I have just a tiny bit of a headache for whatever reason. It's like
smoke smell.
It's like maybe it's like the headache sitting right here, just a little bit above my eyebrow, and I'm like,
smack you in the arm real hard, you'll forget about it.
If I dig at it,
right? If I smack you in the arm real hard, you'll forget
yeah,
about
right.
it.
And then my arm starts hurting.
My headache's gone.
Yeah, my headache's gone, but my arm hurts now. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have a Red Bull this morning either. I just had a pop with some caffeine, so that might be part of it too. But I can feel it. It's just like right here, and it's lingering into the back of my head. So crazy how headaches and migraines work like that. Okay, so these crosses, these are super cute. They're tiny crosses. So I have a gold and a silver offering. 25 pieces for $20. Bring these over. You'll be able to pick your color in the cart if you want to order these. So it's cart 103 for either gold or silver, and then you'll pick the color that you want. Do the pieces have a springtime smell? No, all I can smell is this dang smoke from whatever they're burning over there. I have no idea. So strange. Okay. So cross pack, there's gold here and then there's silver, and I'll give you a little bit of a better sneak peek to these. So you guys can get a closer look. Super cute. I know Lisa loves crosses, so I hope she got the opportunity to pick some up. These are really great and they're super light. I decided to use them as earrings, and I'm going to pop up this other connector pack that I have here. These are pre-made leather. It's crimped leather, but it can act as a connector. 18 pieces for $18. That's $1 a piece. And you don't even have to crimp it. The crimp's already done. But there's a leather loop here that you can either put a jump ring or a bail, something that you want to connect to the end of it. Like I did here. I just strung a jump ring through and then attached my cross at the bottom there. So it's a really cute connector pack. The leather is like this dark chocolate brown. It might look a little black when it's down here, but it's a chocolate brown connector. I love this piece. This is one I've been keeping in my queue for a while. I thought the crosses would work perfect with it. Yeah, I might have to get some ibuprofen when I go home to help with it. I have my caffeine, my Mellow Yellow though. Dr. Pepper's good, but Mellow Yellow's my go-to. So you can get the leather crimps here, 18 for $18, cart 104, or you can get gold or silver or both of the cross packs, 25 pieces for $20. So these are also great, super good offerings that are amazing. I really do love.
In time for Easter.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. It is in time for Easter too. These would be super cute to wear.
I love these ones. These are really cool.
Yeah, the loop ones, the connectors.
Yeah.
I love those too.
It's a nice match.
I've been gatekeeping those.
Very nice match to the gold crosses.
Yeah. You could do silver too. Jeez, now I'm yawning. Alright. So that one's done because I don't think I used these in anything else either. Trying to push through the easier of the demo parts before we get to the little bit of the more detailed ones. Might as well throw up my jump ring pack next. These are JR 109s. It's dash 340 because they are 10K gold plated. 50 pieces for $20. And then I'll show you how I put together these cute earrings here, these jump ring earrings. This is an etched jump ring, so it's got some detail. It's a bit of a larger size. I have all of the sizing and stuff in the descriptions of the items, so if you're curious about sizing, I might even have the gauge in there. I'm not quite sure. But these are amazing jump rings, and they're plated 10K gold over brass. Cart 105 to buy, 50 pieces for $20. Jump rings are just good to have in general. But I made these cute earrings here. I'm trying to do like I'm gonna shift my camera here for a minute so you guys can kind of see what these look like when they're up. So the bottom jump rings, they intertwine. The middle jump rings are the same direction, and then there's a singular top jump ring. I'm trying to see if there's a better way to show you what it looks like when it's hanging, because it's a little bit harder to see. I'm just going to take this down. It's a little bit harder to see when they're laid out. So this is how they are. You have the bottom two crossing, middle two going the same angle, and then the top jump ring there. So it's just a nifty new way of creating some earrings using the jump rings themselves. Thought it was super cute and a unique way of creating some earrings. Oh yes, if you just go to the website, you should be able to find all that information, Carrie. So that's all for these jump ring earrings, but these are super cute, and then we'll show the looks at the end. Give you one more sneak peek of kind of how these are set up in case you want to screenshot that. And do the other side. Perfect. Jump ring pack is done. Oop. Hopefully that fixed. Ian tried calling me again. He knows I do this on Fridays, and then
come on, Ian.
And then I'm like, oh, you called me during my live. He'd be like, oh, he just texted me. He goes, sorry.
He just wants to get a mention.
He just said sorry.
He just wants a mention in here. Come on.
Oh, freaking.
He's missing you.
I love that man. He's so funny. He immediately was like, sorry, as soon as I hung up on him. Oh my gosh. So funny. Okay, that probably means he's in the car. He likes calling me if he's in between job sites. When he's in the car and traveling, he'll give me a call and we'll chat for a bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's really great like that. Love my Ian. And he's so cute, too. He's so cute. He's such a good-looking guy. All right. Next. Let's do our coin pack, and then our deco drop pack will be coming in shortly after. We'll do our coin pack out first. And then this pack. Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't echoing, because I know it did the mic there. Oh, Katney, her husband does the same. Love that. Our two men are amazing, huh? Love it. Okay. So, our coin pack, we'll show this first. This is natural brass, 28 pieces for $20. Phenomenal deal, such a beautiful piece. Very detailed, and it is slightly dapped. Front and back. And then I'm going to pop up the deco drop pack, which is this item. This is cart 107. This is solid brass. 16 pieces for $20. This is super cute. It's like a little purse shape almost. But then it's got like this northern star action and then some swirlies. Love it. Love it, love it. This one also super simple. We're going through our simple ones first. I took an extra 3 hole punches around the sides here and attached some silver jump rings to kind of give it a little more oomph. And then I attached the deco drop there at the bottom. I did hammer out both of these pieces prior to make them a bit more flat because they are slightly raised. I'll give you a little, here we go, what they look like side by side. One's flattened, one's raised. And then the same for this one. This one's slightly raised and dapped, and then this one is flattened back out. So you can see both versions of the flat and the raised. But the natural brass piece already has a hole punch at the top, so then I added one at the bottom here. There is this guide dot. That is the dot that I used to make sure that it was perfectly aligned with the top one, and then these side dots I used as my gauging for the other 2 holes that I had to punch. It's what I love about symmetrical pieces like that, especially when I'm having to make a line, an invisible line from the one side to the other. Sometimes I'll go more left or sometimes I go more right, and then it's not centered. But having those dots there to give you a little bit of a guide. I just keep saying guide, but it really does just guide you in your hole punching. And I believe I did the back to front hole punches, so I went right into the hole there and then punched it out.
And we're having some intermittent live issues.
I might just be pausing there for a second. Not so much that we can do on that side of things. Meeting canceled a call from my husband. He texted me that he was okay but fell off a ladder. Oh my goodness. That's crazy, Pam. That's so crazy. Hopefully the connection starts working out here, but there's not much that I can do if it keeps freezing, so just bear with me. The internet is a whole another animal of its own. Alright, that's it for these 2 items. Actually, I'll flip back to the coin pack here quickly. Remember, that is cart 106, 28 for $20. And then the deco drop pack, 16 pieces for $20, cart 107. Hopefully it stops freezing for you guys. We don't like it when that happens.
Yeah, it looks like it's intermittent.
Yeah. Not much I can do there, ladies, so just bear with us here. Ring pack, 14 pieces for $20, cart 108. These are brass based but 10K gold plated rings. This ring is a good pinky ring for me. I do love wearing this as a pinky ring, but it's also great. Our internet should be fine.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye. Our connection's fine, so it must be something upstream.
Yeah.
With
so
Facebook.
it's not ours.
It's probably a Facebook issue.
Probably. Because it said that our connection was phenomenal before the live even started, so I think we're okay for now. I'm sure that it'll look a little less spotty in the replay anyway, so don't you guys worry. So I used all of these. Yes, she did do some with those, Renee. I do remember that. I connected these with some JR 86s. Those are the jump rings that come in the tiny jump ring pack. But I used 2 Well, one for the clasp side of it. And then in between each of these gold rings, I added 2 jump rings. And this is a super cute bracelet when it's on. So I can't wait to show you at the end here. Shouldn't take too much longer, but these rings are super pretty, super versatile. There's been a few different projects that I've done with these rings specifically, so I thought it was a good idea just to offer them as they are by themselves. So this one's really great and super simple. Again, all you have to do is add some jump rings all the way around and then your clasp. Love them. All right, that one's done. See, we're cruising through this. That's what I like about the super easy pieces. Just being able to put them together nice and simply, not have to think too much about it, but the end result of all of these pieces is absolutely stunning. We're going to put up our connector pack next. This is our Queen Bee connector pack. You get 16 pieces for $22. Peggy, I know you love the bees. Now this connector pack is super amazing because it's got the 2 loops on the top and then the 1 loop here at the bottom. But look at the detail in the Queen Bee there. Isn't she beautiful? We'll do the back here. So much detail. Super cute. But I decided to hook them up with the butts together. And then I used a jump ring to connect them together, and then I dropped this cute little honey looking bead down from the middle. And then I used the 2 existing holes on either side, and I connected the chain direct to, I believe this is CH103 chain, but you can see the links just go right in. I think I've definitely been favoring the unsoldered chain over the soldered chain just because I like how clean the look is when you connect direct to any pendant or charm. Waiting for signal. I get it, ladies. There is literally nothing.
Which one broadcasts?
Nothing I can. This one. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. So hopefully.
Be patient.
Yeah. I'm just asking for your patience. I love you guys so much, but hopefully it suits up, but we'll just leave it at that for now. Hopefully it'll be better here soon. I'll give you a nice peek here. I did like a double loop twirl or even a triple loop twirl on the head pin here, and I used an HPF 2.5 since it was a little bit of a thinner, which is easier to do the multiple wraps around the loop like that. All right, so that's our Queen Bee bracelet. Also super easy, dainty, but adorable. Love it, love it, love it. And you can even go, if you wanted to, you could do it this way and have the chain coming off both of these ends and then doing some chain here to connect the 2. The options are pretty endless with her. And then some earrings. I've seen some really beautiful earrings with them dropping the ear wire from up here and then dropping some chain down. These bees are so cute. So this is a no-brainer. I know there wasn't a whole ton of these on the shop, so hopefully we're still good standing there. Okay. Perfect. Gonna switch it up to that one. We'll go to the filigree here next, and then we'll end on the big butterfly one. How about that? I took this inspiration from the design archive on one of the items that Jess had made way back when. I love using the design archive if I'm a little stuck on how to use some items. But I really wanted to make sure I added some filigree to this offering. That's a little bit better there. Karen said she restarted her computer and then she's not dropping anymore. So hopefully you guys maybe just need to refresh your stuff maybe and see if that works. All right. Part 110. I have a 48 millimeter filigree and a 61 millimeter filigree. 4 pieces for $20 of the smaller one and 4 pieces for $24 of the larger one. And you can pick your sizes in your cart once you order, but this is the size difference between the two. Probably put it down here so you guys can see how much bigger this other one is than the smaller one. So these are virtually the same filigree. One's smaller and one's larger, and these match up with the ones that I did here. So the smaller one goes to this necklace and the larger one to this necklace. Well, good. I'm glad that it's working out now, you guys. So I'll give you a close-up. This is the larger one, the 61 millimeter. Very detailed. And then the 48 millimeter. Also, this one I think is a little less detailed because I think it's harder for them to get all that detail in a smaller piece. But I do really like both sizes. CH103 for the B, Peggy. For the B bracelet, CH103. Okay. So, these are very easy to create. Oh, Monica, I just looked back and I remembered. I found something for you that I'm going to throw into one of your orders, but I think you're going to love it just as much as I do. Look at how cute this is. Alaska! I have saved this just for you. So I'm serious when I say that I am always thinking about you ladies all the time. And when I see things, I'm like, oh my gosh, that would fit this person or this person. But I found a cute little Alaska. I don't even know what you would call this. You could probably glue it onto something, but it's adorable. It's got like a little fish
Totem
and a
pole.
totem pole and a mountain range over here with some trees. Love it.
It's cool.
So I'm saving that for you. I had found that. And I'm going to throw that into one of your orders. Love it, love it, love it. I looked back and then it reminded me to say something. So hopefully she's in here. If not, I'll just private message her. Yes, I do. I love bees in general, Aunt Jean. I love anything that's bee themed. I love
Not
it.
wasp, bee.
Well, yeah, probably. I would probably have to agree with that. For real. Wasps are a little more scary, but it's not like I think Ian is actually allergic to bees, which is crazy because I love the bees. But that just makes me the bee person
Nancy's
in case
allergic.
anything comes in. Oh, is she?
Yeah. Keep an EpiPen nearby.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, I didn't have stock of these either, but I went into my little bead scoop bin and I found some miscellaneous kind of glassy, I wouldn't say misshaped, but like they're all different kinds of shapes. But this is approximately the sizes that I would use for inserting these. So I'm going to bring this up. These are made the same way, so I'm only going to demo one, and I'll probably do it with the smaller filigree, so you guys can see. And I think I'm going to use this blue one. Yeah. So just a random beads that I pulled for this. You're going to take your filigree. This is the smaller of the two. Come down a bit more here. All right. And I'm going to take my pliers here and kind of go right in the middle. I'm using the smaller of the two barrel pliers that we have. And make sure that I'm pretty dang centered in here. And I'm going to use the smaller barrel as on top of the bottom one. So the larger barrel's on top, the smaller one's on bottom. And I'm right in between these two open works. And then there's two open works that are laying on either side. I'm going to fold that up into a taco. It's kind of like you're stuffing a taco in a way. All right. I'm going to take my pliers here next. I'm going to squish the side so it's sealed. I'm going to do it on the other side, making sure that it follows the pattern and it stays center. And then I'm going to do that same with the middle here. I have to go this way because I'm smelling my little metal arm thing. And then I'm going to go down the sides and I'm going to pinch all of those in. So it looks like this. So it's completely flat. Of course. And then we're going to open our taco, our filigree taco, back up. Just slightly though. Not like totally opening it up, but open it enough to slide something in there. Which I'm going to probably use this blue one here because I really like blue a lot. And I've already done an amber and a purple. This one is more of a diamond shape. I'll show you here. They are Karen. So this is a diamond shaped one that I have inlaid in there. This one is like a square rectangle one. And then now I'm going to try like a longer rectangle. Something like that. Make sure you guys can still see them. Alright. I'm going to take my blue crystal-y rectangle and slide it up just a bit. I'm going to kind of like pillow cushion it. Kind of like you're sealing a... what are those? Like a dumpling. Like you're sealing a dumpling. With all of its filling in there.
Not a little tamale?
Or a tamale. Yeah.
Empanada?
I'm trying to think what else.
Empanadas where they fold them in half like quesadilla?
Yeah, those are so good. Oh man, I miss.
That looks like a little quesadilla you're making
all
there.
that food. Yeah, so I'm coming around the edge here and I'm kind of starting to seal it a bit.
Or a pasty.
Pasty?
A pasty for those Upers or the ones up north.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that one.
You don't know what a pasty is?
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think so.
You're missing out.
Alright. Now that that's cushioned in there, I'm going to come back around the sides here and kind of come in pretty dang close to this crystal, but I'm going to squeeze down the sides. You'll notice that your crystal will move around just a little bit, but if you need to move it back, it's not quite too hard to move it back.
Jean was asking if the bead scoops we have in the live shop have some of those stones in them.
Yes. Yep. I pulled a lot of that. Sorry, excuse my mess. Ugh. I pull a lot of my beads, my misc beads, from my bead soup. My bead soup. And that's where I pull the mystery bead packs from, and there are quite a few in there. So if you got one of those, you probably have some of these miscellaneous things that you can use, kind of like I did for here. I just grabbed a miscellaneous little stone, a glass stone. I'm not sure that it's glass though, because it doesn't feel like glass. I don't know, but it's cute. I'm going to do the same thing up here. I'm going to kind of pinch it in a bit. Make sure it's sealed in. That's actually super cute. I love it with the rectangle too. Love that. Front and back. And then I took CH35 chain, and then I added a couple of these little drop loops here, and I connected the chain directly to the piece on either side. And then I did the same thing up here, so that way this ensures that your filigree stays closed. So it won't sit here and I can't like open it and let the stone fall out, because I have it sealed on both sides. And then I took from the top some more chain as my necklace chain. Yes, Karen, that's true. If you have any chipped stones or stones that are drilled not correctly, I know there's some that I've received that don't have the drill hole all the way through, so I was like, what am I going to do with this? This would be a perfect way to emphasize those colors with the filigree. Love it. And I'll show you down here, same thing. This is the one that we were working on. Chain on either side in 2 locations to help secure the filigree together so the stone won't come out, and then again the chain leading up to the top. And then we'll get to these connectors here in a moment once I hop over to the butterfly necklace, because that is also an item that I created using these cool little connectors there. So we'll leave this one out for now. This is the one that I used the larger filigree, and then this was the one with the smaller filigree. And then we just went over how to make the shape and how to secure the stone in there. So pretty. So also super easy. You're just making a taco, putting your stone filling, and then making sure that it's sealed on either side. And then we have one more left. This one's our biggie. Put all these pieces over here. Yes, it works with so many different stones and sizes. I'm reading all your comments. Okay, now for this beauty. There's a lot that goes into this, but it's all super simple, and you're just adding some charms to extend your chain. I'll go to my lunar fly here. 5 pieces for $20 for this giant butterfly. Cart 111. I know this is probably one of the favorites as well. Some good detail there in the wings and in the body. And then the body is dapped. Like so. Natural brass. Ugh. This dang headache is just driving me nuts. Alright. And then we have a connector pack of our birds. This is cart 112, 16 pieces for $22. This has a loop on either side. This is our west-facing bird. Also nice and detailed. Coming a little bit closer there so you can see the wings. 16 pieces for $22, cart 112. So you need that. And then our other connector pack, 25 pieces for $20. Oh, Peggy, I do. I see it. Now that you say something, the stingray and that piece, for sure. 25 pieces for $20. These connectors are great. I used them. I flipped and used 2. So I used them from the front and the back just in case it flipped. For this necklace, it's a really great way to extend chain.
See, Karen, how do you put this one? How do you put that comment up there and hold it?
Meat hand pies.
Pasties.
Oh, I don't know.
They're like a Cornish flour, breaded, covered with meat, rutabaga, onion.
That sounds pretty
It's
good,
really
though.
good. Yes, Karen.
Yeah, I use them as chain extenders here.
Sorry.
Not the pasties, but the connectors there. No, you're fine. So we'll need one of those. And then this is the one that is like the big one that has everything in it. Our bead pack. Woo! These are artisan copper pineapple beads. They're 30 pieces for $20. These are stunning. Let me good look at those. So we use that. And then last but not least is our filigree pack here of our butterflies. 16 pieces for $20. And I brought a reference piece for you as well. Filigree to taco to a butterfly moth. You're right. So talented. I love ya. Thanks. That's so funny. So, cart 115 to buy 16 pieces for $20. These are cute little filigree butterflies. Now, the one that we have on our website is slightly larger. So this is the one that we have on our retail and our wholesale website. And then this is the one that we're selling today. So there's just a little bit of a size difference. This one's way more tiny compared to the big one that we normally offer. So I really like using this little connector here as a staple piece for the butterfly mothy necklace that we have going on. All right, now into the construction of this. There's not much to do other than adding jump rings and eye pins and just connecting them all together, but I wanted to show you guys. Oh man,
Stop that.
I can't. It's my head hurts and it's just making me yawn.
It's your breathing pattern.
Oh, I know.
You get that breathing
It's like
pattern.
I don't want to breathe in that smoke, so I'm not breathing. And then my brain's not getting enough oxygen, which is making me yawn. That's what's doing it. All right. Oh, I'm sure they do make a really nice bail.
Karen wants the Coke to help with her headache. Trying to be good, none in the house.
Oh.
Nancy's doing that right now too.
Oh, is she?
She's on a caffeine-free kick.
Oh man.
It's hard.
That would be brutal. Absolutely brutal. But I wanted to give you guys a bit more inspiration with not just having chain as your chain, if that makes sense. I wanted to show you guys that you can also use charms as part of your chain, and that definitely amplifies the design here. Now, if I didn't have any of that, it would just be my big like butterfly moth thing there at the end. But it gives so much character and definition when you add all those tiny things in as your chain extenders. So we started out with our moth here. And our moth, I'm pretty sure it's a moth, has 2 hole punches there at the top already. I add an additional hole punch there right on its butt end to drop the chain to hook up to a filigree butterfly. And there's pretty good pictures on the website in case that you guys need to take a peek about how it's constructed. I just can't stop yawning. My goodness. Just coming in here nice and close here. All right. So our butterfly connects to our moth. And then I took the bird next, and these are both connected with jump rings. And we put her there. I took an eye pin and created a loop on the one side because there's pre-looped on the other side, and connected the eye pin portion directly to the bird and directly to this open work connector. And then I added another pineapple bead there at the top with an eye pin and its loop connected directly to the chain up there. So filigree butterfly, bird, pineapple bead, open work connector, pineapple bead. And then from the bottom here of the wing of the butterfly, I used the chain directly to the butterfly, and then I made that come all the way up to my open work piece, and I think I did. I connected it right at the top here. So the same hole where this pineapple bead goes through is where I connected my chain to drop down like that. There we go. And then I added a tiny little trade bead in copper there hanging off the bottom of the butterfly. So it's literally just connecting jump rings or opening and closing an eye pin, and then all the connections are direct except for here. Those are jump rings. Same on the other side. The other side follows the same pattern, except the chain dangle on this side starts from the butt of the moth and goes up to the side of our butterfly here. And then that same little trade bead is hanging off the other side. And then it will be butterfly, bird, pineapple bead, open work connector, pineapple bead. So just the same thing on the other side. This bird is facing west at all times, so it's coming down, and then it's going back up the other side. And then the connections are the same, whether it's with an eye pin or with a jump ring. And then the chain used is CH103. I think I only used CH103 and CH35 in this offering today. So, I don't need to put this together for you. I just wanted to line it up so you guys could see how easy it is to really elevate your designs with some simple charms being connected together. And then I thought that would be beautifully paired with this one. I'll bring these miscellaneous pieces out here. But you can use anything. We have a whole bunch of tiny charms like that that you could use and replace. But I thought that would be super cute to layer together. Specifically,
Good Dan. Uncle Danny's in.
Uncle Dan!
Yeah, Uncle Dan's in the house. He's
Hi,
watching.
Uncle Dan.
Stopped in to say hey.
Nice. And then we're just about to finish up, actually. And then I thought these earrings would also be beautiful. So this is kind of like the set that I was envisioning together. The leaf earrings with
Gorgeous.
the flower choker-ish necklace with the longer butterfly necklace. So I really love that set together. And then the two larger filigrees were another set. And then the crosses with the jump rings.
Yeah, you could even switch that the filigree out for the butterfly in that same set. Would look good.
Yeah.
Because you had those the peekaboos. Or
yeah. And then I have like this copper tone. So if that copper tone was even there with the that would be pretty.
Looks good together.
Yeah. So that is the offering today. The butt of the moth.
I think.
Well, what do you want to me? Do you want me to call it a buttocks? Like
the buttocks.
The buttocks of the moth. Just the butt end.
It's like Forrest Gump in the buttocks.
Yeah, in the buttocks. So funny, you guys.
Forrest Gumper.
So sweet. All right, that is all I have to offer you guys today.
Make sure they get their likes and shares in.
Yes. So I'm going to do the little look so you guys can see what these items look like on. And then we will do our little drawing thing. So don't forget to have a heart and or share this live. The comments don't work. So don't just comment a heart. Make sure that there's a little heart reaction going on.
For the video, right?
For the
Not
video.
in the comments.
Correct. Yep. So we'll do our little look, and while those are filling in, then once I'm done with that, will be our thing. So I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to do it this way. I don't need my charger anymore.
I don't think Dan can enter.
No, because Dan, you're
Dan
not
can't
allowed.
Dan can't enter.
Okay.
But he can still like and love it. Share it.
Yeah. Great. I'll pop that out of the way. Make sure that I'm looking at this camera instead of this camera, but I like to just look at both. So, I wore black today so you guys could be able to see some of the things pop a bit. Oh, Corian, I'm going to have to take off my dang hat.
The hat. She has a head.
I can't put it around. So we'll go like that so I don't have a flat head.
Hat head?
Like, yeah, a flat hat head. Like my hair a little messy. Or my hair has a ton of volume if I just go like really quick, so nothing to worry about. We'll pop this one on first. It's the opposites. There we go. That's beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. I love that. That's with the purple one. I wonder if this one's too long. Oh, that one's not bad. That one's just about as long, but I'm gonna switch them out here. Maybe put this one up here so you guys can see what it would look like as a choker. Yeah, so I wanted to stay away from the paints this time around, because I know that I've been doing quite a bit with the paints. I know that the girls out in Idaho have been doing quite a bit with the paints too, so I wanted to just kind of leave it as the natural metal, because I know there's some ladies that really just love the natural metal look, and I felt that these pieces specifically looked better without paint, honestly. Just because I used the relieving block, which really brought out all the naturalness of the metals. But I think they would be just as gorgeous if somebody were to add some paint. Wowzers, look at the chain extender connector thing that we did here. That's really pretty. So those are the two filigree pieces. We'll go just a little up close here. Go back this way. We're not sponsored by Cedar Direct, but they have a whole bunch of really cool wood and stuff for your houses. I got this shirt for free when my dad and I went up there to go get some stuff. Yay! I get both kinds of hearts because you guys are just nothing but the best. You guys are so sweet. I do feel all of the love. Alright. So we got those two gorgeous necklaces down. Alright. And then let's do some bracelets here. So you guys can see. This is the 10K gold ring bracelet. Go like that so it gets a little bit less of my face in there. I really do love the look of this. It's very expensive looking, but very modern yet. So I love that one. See, Lori, I'm not like a massive fan of dangle chains either, but it really fits that filigree. It just suits it. It's so pretty. But like Jean said prior to, you could always flip up some prongs and intertwine them if you didn't want to use the chain to lock it in. This is my Queen Bee bracelet. Super cute. I love the double chain look, and then the double chain comes all the way back into a singular that connects to trying to get like a nice good view. Get my face unfocused. I have to like cover it up with my arm. There we go. That's a good one. There go all my little fingers. That's my honeybee. bracelet. Love that. So cute. Super duper cute. And then let's get some earrings going. I have to put my hair back here for this. To come down, or did this have to come up? Keep going. There we go. There's super cute. And then I'll do the jump ring earrings. Maybe I'll do those on this side. I like my hair on this side more. I love that. You could even hang like a little charm thing there at the end. Super cute. And then we have our cross earrings. Love those. The leather just really suits that. And then the crimp with the solid brass crimp and then the 10K gold cross. That looks really good as well. I'll decide. These are the leaf earrings. Those look really stunning as well. I'm going to push my hair just a little bit back so you guys can see them dangle.
That's nice.
That green really pops through that F20 filigree that we have there. And then last but not least, I don't know if this one actually is not going to fit. I always like to play around. I've always wanted to be, like since I was little, like one of those like pretty little bohemian princesses that runs around with like a cute little head thing. But this would be super cute for that. But I'm just going to have to open this up because Miss Corian here was a little lazy.
You didn't put a
It didn't put
clasp.
a clasp. Nope. I always do that last. That's why I love that we offer you guys the pre-made necklaces and pre-made bracelets, because then you don't have to be lazy like me and not add a clasp because it's already done. All right. Ooh, I pulled it on the wrong side. It's gonna come down this way. I love that so much. I don't wear a lot of jewelry, but this is probably a piece that I would wear specifically.
Ooh, look at Lori's giving you props on the close-ups. She said you better than the Idaho ones.
Oh, really?
Like a competition here.
Oh. Oh, man. We love a good friendly competition. Okay, there we go. So just picture that still on my neck because I don't have a clasp as like the layering thing. We'll see if, I don't even know if this one will fit over my head. Nope. I'm not even gonna chance it. I don't want to ruin it, so I'm just gonna do a well, I didn't add a clasp to this one either. To make sure that it's coming on the right way. Okay. Wow. Absolutely just wow. I love it. Like I said, there's not a whole bunch of jewelry that I wear, but I would wear this one. So pretty. And I'm just gonna do this. With like, maybe, hold on. Actually, I can just do it with the... Where did my other one go? Oh, there it is. That would kind of be what it would look like layered. Or even down here. I just love that. I cannot get over how beautiful this butterfly necklace is. Moth, butterfly, bird, all of it. So cute. So I'm super happy that I was able to share this amazing jewelry with you. It was fun, other than my headache from this dang smoke that these people are blowing. Not even blowing, they're just burning something. Something that my head's not agreeing to.
Okay, one last chance.
Okay.
Right?
Yep, get your loves in. Get my hat back on.
Loves and or likes on the video.
And then we're going to do our little
randomized
giveaway thing here. So do
say,
a refresh.
Refresh on the page. Go back in.
And then you hit the 32 there.
I can't win either.
And then 24.
Oh, there's those two, though, aren't they? Oh, no, it's all. I think that gives us everybody.
Right, so if you just did that one, then it's just
only
the hearts.
Loves.
Yep, just the loves.
Hope there are not too many people that are on the likes and not loves.
That's okay.
If you only did a like and you didn't do a love, hurry, put in your love right now.
Hurry up, we're going to have to refresh it probably one more time. Because we are delayed a little bit.
Yeah. Spanish.
Nope, we just want English.
Yeah, we got a 30. Okay, so someone did.
Okay.
All right,
we're going to do our little not peeking thing here. So go over to the loves again.
It's given everybody if they liked or loved. See? Likes.
But if you click the heart thing, it just does the ones that hearted it. That was one of the rules.
Just hearts?
Just hearts.
I kept saying like or love.
I said just hearts.
Okay, it's just hearts.
Just hearts.
Corey's the boss.
Just hearts, because if we're gonna be doing this every week, you guys are gonna have to
get used to the hearts.
Gotta get with the flow.
That's my fault.
Gotta get with the flow.
My fault.
No, you're good.
Them to do either one.
Well, we'll do all then. We'll do all this time, but I'm never doing that again, ever. So
this
make
time,
sure you guys get your dang hearts in.
Maybe if you had a like and love, you might have a double chance.
Yeah, maybe.
Right, okay.
I don't know if you can do that, though. It's just one or the other.
I got my finger
all
on
right,
the screen.
hold on. I'm going to turn it so you can see that he will be closing his eyes.
I got to see that I got the...
Or just, like, look straight at them and be like, All right, ready?
Stop.
Kathleen Hallman.
Kathleen is today's winner.
Kathleen Hallman. If you have not placed an order with us before, I will need you to send your shipping information to warehouse@vintage.com. That is our email, so we will be able to send you the little giveaway. Kathleen Hallman. We should probably put that in the comments, too. Can I copy that? Yes. Copy. You did say love or share. Yeah, I did say share too. But I'm sure if you guys got your
love, share,
loves,
like.
It was the
love,
same
share,
thing
like
as
went
the
today.
share. Yes. Placed as plain text. Kathleen Hallman. Just be like, you are our winner. Our giveaway live winner. So cute. Remember, you have a chance to win something like... Oh, we're not going to give her a beetle, though. I'm going to throw that thing out of here. Put it in the trash. Sorry, you're not getting a live beetle.
Wouldn't her name show up, like, will she see that? Or does it have to be like...
We can always messenger, too. I'll figure that out.
You can do that.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. Awesome sauce, you guys. Thank you so much. We'll end on a horizontal note because this is actually really good lighting right here. This is perfect.
Liz, you look really good.
You do too!
That's funny.
All right. I'm going to go home and get some ibuprofen for this dang headache. Get away from whatever the heck they're burning out there.
Go sit out on the deck.
Enjoy
the
some
backyard.
nice weather with the babies, the puppies. Yeah. I'm sure you should be doing the
I'm
same.
working on the chicken coop today.
Nice. Nice, nice. Looks like we all have some really good plans for this wonderful Friday. It was good to see everybody. Don't forget about next week, and next week Wednesday's live, and don't forget to go take a peek at the Corian's Warehouse Picks new subscription for $100 a month, and you get anywhere between $300 and $400 worth of value shipped to you every month. So, I think that's all. Enjoy your wonderful weekend. Be safe. Love you.